first down. Here's Love. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure they just hold it.
Fred. Oh, yes! You cannot strike them any better than that. Brilliant goal. Well, he's just had a pop, Derek. Absolute blistering strike. Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we?
Back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their head.
Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur.
We'll step aside. Right back to him on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Fancy, and he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense, and probably, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On second down, it's Gibson. Past the 20, and now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like
there. Carry now for McKissick. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. J.D. McKissick with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in.
Jumping up and down. They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The throw taken in by Sims. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
That scored a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Running to start the drive is Love. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had. The key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after. Doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on 3rd down, Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they have
10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with Love. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning...
Pogba! And that is a free kick artist at work. What a goal it was!
Well, here's the replay, Derek, and I just want to watch this over and over. I bet the keeper doesn't know. Totally outthought, brilliant technique, super goal.
Fred. A out of form. Very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, as we can see, it's all about the technique. That's where the power comes from. Blistering shot.
Slightly different vantage point in terms of the goal that was scored. Rashford. Firing it in. And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field day.
Well, what a time to score. The forwards are in absolute dreamland. The defenders slugging their way back to the half-time team talk. They're not going to enjoy this.
Eighth play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To the air again, Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 20-yard touchdown. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too. You're in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some
Just
snacks.
a touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we? Nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off? They're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half. In fact,
they'll start the drive with Love here. He finds an opening past the 40. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way.
Throwing is Smith. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. Touchdown, Washington!
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.